everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name's Acacia. Today, actually this week, I'm going to be doing a top 5 week. So I'm just going to be making one video after another of top 5s. Now, I haven't decided all of the top 5s, but I'm going to have to because I'm recording in a bulk situation. But I was requested 2 different things, which was what are my favorite adult fiction books and what are my favorite non-fictions, memoir biography style. So I know I'm going to be doing those 2. I think I'm going to be doing an unpopular opinion top 5, so my top 5 books that I didn't like. My top 5, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, okay. And then the last one will be my top 5 classics that I plan to read this year. And those will be my top 5s for this week. So let's start with my top 5 favorites, because I want to start on a positive note. So let's start with my top 5 favorite adult fiction books that I've read. This is overall, in terms of my life. I will admit I did not add classics in here, so Jane Eyre is missing and Alice in Wonderland are missing. Those 2 I did not count. Alice in Wonderland is more of a younger age, I guess, because I read it then, and that's how it feels to me. And then Jane Eyre is a classic. So these are the 5 books that I think that I feel are my favorites of adult fiction. Let's just start with my oldest and best favorite in terms of, like, a best friend. This has been with me since 2010. This is a first edition. I love this book. This is Room by Emma Donoghue. I can't say enough good things about this book. I mean, you can tell she is a well-loved book. I don't know if you can see the staining down in the corner, the food on the back. Like, this book has been well-loved. And it looks like a small child took hold of it, and not just because this is written like a crayon. I got this book, I think, the week it was released. I just saw it, and I was gravitated towards it, and I grabbed it, and I remember just sitting on the couch at our beach house, just diving into it and not being able to stop reading it, and being so happy and just driving my family crazy because I wouldn't go outside and take walks. But yeah, who don't know what Room is. I don't know why that would be, but Room takes place in a room. It is in the mindset of a 5-year-old little boy who has grown up in a room with only his mother, who is being kept against her will. And that is all I'm going to tell you, because that's all I went in knowing, and it made the book so much better. This definitely helped me in a time when I was really unsure of my own mindset. So, beautiful, wonderful, totally worth the hype. So the next 4 books are all books that I've discovered this year. That's not to say that the books that I've loved in the past are anything less than favorites of my life. So, for example, Virgin Suicides is a definite honorable mention, and there's so many that are honorable mentions, but these are just the ones that jumped off my shelf and said, I'm your favorite, show me, talk about me. If you want me to do a top 5 more obscure in terms of, like, books I haven't spoken about, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll do that. But right now, this is what I have. The next one is The Lightkeepers by Abby Genai. I have told you guys I have loved this book. I wrote Abby and I told her I love this book, and she sent me a signed sticker for my book so that I have a little note in there now from Abby. This book, I cannot tell people enough good things about this book. The fact that I have this in hardcover makes me so happy. I will probably buy it in paperback just so I have a cover, just so that I have an edition I can read to death. Because it takes place on a slightly abandoned island with a group of people who are there studying the wildlife, and the woman who is the main character is a wildlife photographer, and she's on this island, and the way it's told is from her perspective while she's writing letters to her deceased mother. And if you want to read something about disassociation, this is phenomenal, and that's all I'm going to tell you on that. The next one is You guys know. Donna Tartt's The Secret History. Like, come on. Don't know what makes me so crazy about this book. I don't get it. I have no clue, and I think I keep reading it to try and find the answers in this book. For those of you who don't know the story of this is the story of a group of friends that are in a college in the New England area who get into some trouble surrounding the idea of ancient cultures, classic cultures, so Roman and such, and it gets weird and warped and wonderful, and in the first sentence you find out that someone has died, and then you go backwards and find out why. Next, we have How the Blessed Live by Susan M. Smith. If I could ask anybody to write any more books, it would be Susan. I love this book. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's beautiful. I was so excited because I received this copy from Amanda, who got me a signed copy. And, like, I love this book. It changed the way I thought about literature. It opened up my mind to a whole new way of reading and a whole new way of writing. It's helped me immensely with my own poetry and my own writing, and I love it. I love it. I love it. Last but not least is one I have not yet mentioned on my channel, aside from in a haul. I just finished Bastard Out of Carolina this month in my second part of what will be in my second part of my June wrap-up. Why didn't I read this before? I have not cried this hard in a book in a long time. Like, I cried. Like, ugly crying child crying. Like, the character bone, everything she goes through in this. I mean, if you have struggles with abuse, with anything that could, like, this is the most beautifully and eloquently written, warped, dark, effed up thing I've ever read, and I'm so glad that I did, because it will forever, it'll stay with me forever and ever. This will be with me for the rest of my life. I will never give this up, because I might actually have to go out and buy a cheap copy of it just to underline things, because I don't want to damage this book, because it just is so beautiful inside and out. I mean, look at the cover. Just, guys, I mean, if you're looking for something that's going to gut wrench you and gut punch you, pick up Bastard Out of Carolina by Dorothy Allison. I have her short story collection as well called Trash. I will be reading that soon. That is my top 5 adult fictions. I struggle to have a top 5, so that's not in a particular order. They all mean something so different to me. Yeah. So, on with the week. I will see you tomorrow. Bye!